time of the week one more time. It's live, and it's in the interest of the people. They're going to make you laugh, and they'll even make you mad enough to chew nails. Either way, they have you tuned in. So sit back in that easy chair and get close to a phone, because you can call and talk to them. You better get you something to drink, because you may need it also. Take it away, guys.
Welcome back this Sunday evening. We have a full-packed show. This studio is full, and we have no time to waste, so we're going to turn it over to the mayor.
You've got your Western attire on. Did you ride the horse down here tonight in the buggy, or are you just driving the car?
Well, I've been in the car all day, I think. I feel like it.
Welcome in. We are proud to have you watching in tonight. We do have a full program. We've got several guests, and we'll be talking to them shortly. We're going to be talking about the upcoming Gone Show. We're going to be talking about some good things going on at Top Trails, and then we're going to have the former Senator Bobby Weaver on here talking about old times, if you will. But right now, Talladega College, when you think they can't do anything any better than what they've done, has done.
Hello?
Yeah, whatever. Anything better than what they've already done, they keep making the paper. And a lot of things going on with the college, and also we got an exciting event Tuesday night we're going to share with you. But Mr. President, you there?
Yeah, Mayor, how you doing this evening?
Fine.
Hello there, Mr. Darwin, how are you this evening?
Hey, Dr. Hawkins.
Good to see you. I appreciate on such a short notice you being with us. We got a outstanding event coming up Tuesday night. Before we talk about that, I want to let you bring the folks up to date on, you've got a Talladega College student, Brandon Peters, was selected as one of the 16 finalists for the State Farm Dark Horse Dunker competition. How's he doing?
Yeah, well, that competition is still going on, and so we hope to hear very soon on whether he will advance or not, and that's of course that's for the NC2A Division I, the Final Four competition, which will be held in Indianapolis this year in the slam dunk, and so we'll know about that soon.
Very good. What about the four from Talladega College headed to academic competition? A quartet of Talladega College best and brightest students.
Oh yeah, that's the Honda. Yeah, that's the Honda All-Star Challenge.
Right.
We qualified for that again. Our young people will be headed to Torrance, California, third week of March to participate in the Honda All-Star Challenge, and that's the best and the brightest of HBCUs in the country. There'll be approximately 35 schools there that have made the final competition, and so we're excited again to be invited. It's a fun activity to witness, to see young minds thinking and answering questions that I couldn't even begin to think about answering. And so it's a great competition, but also shows you the great scholarship of our students.
In today's Daily Home, March the 1st, page 1B, Drummond's walk-off lead, TC past GCAC foe Tougaloo. Is that right?
Yeah,
the baseball team.
They played Tougaloo over the weekend. Actually,
they won both games.
In a double hitter, and they won them both.
You're getting them started off right.
Yes.
If they're going to be championships like the basketball team.
Well, I
hope so.
Certainly hope so. They were champions last year, and I think this week we're going to have the ring ceremony for the champions last year. So we'll look forward to doing that this week. And I do want to mention real quick too, the basketball team, they still remain number one in the country. They played in New Orleans last night. They won by 18 over Southern University of New Orleans.
Wow!
And so they've got another big challenge tomorrow night in Jackson, Mississippi, against Tougaloo College. If the team wins tomorrow night, they will finish the regular season as the number one team in the nation. That'll be another big victory to finish number one at the end of the season. And so they've got one more game to go, and that'll put them undefeated, hopefully, for the conference, and then they'll finish, and then they'll go into tournament play next weekend in New Orleans.
Mr. President, you're doing a great job. You've got some great things going on campus, and we're proud and honored that the college is in our city. A Tuesday night is on the front page of the paper yesterday. Daily Home did a great story on the front page of the Daily Home. And Reverend Jesse Jackson is going to be in town Tuesday night, March the 3rd, speaking at the college, 7 p.m. at DeForest Chapel about voter registration. You want to comment a little bit on that?
Well, yeah, I got a call from Reverend Jackson on Friday afternoon, and he said, Mr. President, I want to come to Talladega and speak to your students in the community on Tuesday night. Can we do that? And so I said, absolutely, we can pull that together. And so he's going to come in here and talk about voter registration and share some other thoughts on what's going on, nationally. And it's always an honor to have him. He's been here before, and so he won't be a stranger to Talladega College as well as to the community. And so the word has gotten out, and we hope that the community will come out. Certainly, our student body will be present, and it's great to have him here, because I know that this week is the big celebration in Selma this weekend with all the living civil rights leaders in this nation being present, along with the President of the United States and his family. And so this is a great lead-in for this community as we get ready for the big celebration, the 50-year celebration in Selma on voter rights. So we're looking forward to Tuesday night, Mayor, and we hope that everyone will come out and support this event. I will say that those who need any type of special arrangement for Tuesday night, I invite them to please call my office tomorrow, and so that we can make sure we can accommodate anyone who wants to attend, especially those who may have special needs.
Is the choir going to be singing Tuesday night, Doc?
Well, we got a Baptist preacher coming in here, and Reverend Jackson, so we got to have that choir. A little bit, so,
That'll motivate him.
Yes.
That'll motivate him, won't it?
Yes.
Dr. Hawkins, I appreciate you being with us. We look forward to seeing you Tuesday night.
All right, man. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Tuesday night, Reverend Jesse Jackson will be at the college at 7 o'clock at the Forest Chapel, and the choir will be singing. If you've never heard the choir, you don't know what you're missing. And, of course, I'm sure that Reverend Jackson will speak and stir the folks up about voter registration. St. Patrick's Day dance, senior dance, Thursday, March the 12th, 6:30 to 9:30. I wonder if senior citizens can dance 2 hours, Charlotte. What about it?
Well, it says senior, so we qualify for that.
That ain't what I asked you. Can a senior dance 2 hours? Can you dance 2 hours?
I might.
Okay. Anyways, St. Patrick's Day at the Talladega Parks and Recreation being sponsored this Spring Street Rec Center, and that will be this Thursday the 12th. And they always have something on the second Thursday of the month concerning senior citizens. Also, this Friday night, the front page story in today's Daily Home, I think, the Mandela, the Historic Ritz Theater in Talladega presents its winter spring season starting Friday with Mandela. And I've heard a lot about this program, and this program is based on the lives impacted by the legendary humanitarian who, through his human rights struggle, became one of the 20th century's most prominent political figures. And it's open 7 o'clock, I think. I don't see it on here, but I think it's 7 o'clock. But that's Friday night. Mandela. Got ASB. We got a picture of ASB Music Hall, almost complete. There it is. This is going to be already had the groundbreaking, already had the building almost done. It's a 1.5 million, 7,400 square foot building. And they're hoping to have a ribbon cutting somewhere, maybe May or June of thereabouts. And I'm just honored that's going to be in Talladega. It's going to be named Landreth Hall. And I understand it's going to be state-of-the-art everything. You can be prepared to go up for the ribbon cutting. Also, this coming Saturday night, not only is the Gong Show going on at the theater, with they bringing in a star, Jeff Lang. They're flying him in here from parts unknown. He'll be a part of the show Saturday night. But also Saturday night at 6 p.m., at the racetrack. Former Tide great Humphrey will speak at American Values Dinner. And this is the Bobby Humphrey is the guest speaker. They're going to be honoring Judge John Rochester, the late Ralph Bynum, Dr. George Ricker, and Royce Warren. And the tickets are $50 a piece. For more information, you can contact Abra Embry at 362-3158 or Miss Becky Griffin at Griffin Jewelry, 362-9375. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to be at both events. I'm going to go to one early and eat quick, and I got to get my G-string ready for the program Saturday night. We got to go to a break, and we'll be right back. Okay, before we go to a break, hold on. We'll talk about Rehab First. Rehab First, any kind of rehab you could possibly need. They're open 7 days a week, 24/7, and they've got any kind of rehab you could possibly want. They've got a booklet or pamphlet talking about back surgery, the risks and benefits. Any kind of rehab you could possibly need, Rehab First at McGuffey Healthcare can do this. Restorative therapy, 24-hour RN coverage, outpatient dialysis, and the list is just endless what they can do. Hospice care, they can do anything you need in the line of rehab, and if you need long-term care, they can take care of that also. We got to go to a break, and we're going to be back with the one and only Jeff Lang and his sidekick, Miss Kathy Shropshire. Be right back.
Planning a get-together, sporting event, or special occasion, let CG's help make the event more enjoyable. CG's can advise you on a favorite champagne or special wine imported from all over the world, as well as from New York and California. Perhaps you'd rather choose a muscadine wine from Alabama. CG's also has a nice selection of the latest in stemless wine glasses or champagne and water glasses. Only at CG's can you obtain your favorite imported beer, party supplies, mixes, and a variety of nuts. By the way, don't forget a gift for your favorite hostess. Visit CG's, conveniently located in Talladega at the corner of Howard and West.
A death is a troubling time for any family. Talladega Funeral Home offers dignity, respect, professionalism, commitment, and fairness to all families in need. We listen carefully. We know that some of us find great comfort in traditions, and we work tirelessly to honor those traditions. Our professional team gets to know each and every family member to help each and every individual remember, share, and ultimately move towards healing. Contact Brittany Boozer at Talladega Funeral Home today, 256-362-0111. Talladega Funeral Home. We care because every life has a story.
Have you tried one of these? It's so good. Man, I can't believe we haven't done this before. Oh, wow, look at that.
Want a bite?
Your agent. Do the jingle. Do the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hey, guys.
Do it again. Do it again.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
In my office.
State Farm.
I think we're good. State Farm agents are there when you need them.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Before we go to Miss Kathy Shropshire and Mr. Jeff Lang representing the Gong Show, we got
A few birthdays.
437 no, not quite that many.
And we have a whole house full of people in Oklahoma watching tonight for me to say happy birthday to Brenda
They
Bott.
got electricity in Oklahoma?
They may not tonight. If
I knew they
it's
didn't have
snowing.
indoor plumbing, but
It's too
they've got
cold for me
electricity.
up there.
Okay, great.
And also we want to say Gage Shropshire, Ruthie McKinnon Horton, Carolyn Harmon, Juanita Collier, Debbie Jordan, Tabitha Fields, Lisa Bonner, Vicki Crompton, Amber Patterson, Millie Henderson, Charlotte Galloway, Charlotte Scott, Teresa Gregg, Calvin McRae, Jimmy Dale Abrams, and Hoyt Davis.
And
Debbie
Debbie
Jordan. Happy birthday
That
to
right here is Ruthie McKinnon Heathcock.
Oh, you wrote that really close
Benny,
to the paper.
Benny made a mistake like that one time, and he's no longer with us.
You can't afford to fire me.
Happy birthday to all of you folks.
Happy birthday.
We're always glad to call the names. A lot of people criticize us for calling birthday, but that's a special day for everybody that's having a birthday. And Brenda out in Oklahoma, turn your candle light up a little bit, baby, so you can see us out there. Welcome, Miss Kathy and Mr. Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. How you doing, my friend?
I'm just trying to stay sober, Jeff. I'm doing all right so far.
Good.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to everybody. Happy birthday to you.
I'm trying to find where that was on the script. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I messed the script up here.
No script needed.
Miss Kathy Shropshire. What you call her a while ago? What you?
Shropshire.
Yeah, whatever. You can tell she's never been out of the country.
I've been called a lot.
Shropshire. Miss Kathy is an employee of a professional apothecary, and Blake and all the folks that own the store, they allow these young ladies and their employees to be involved in this gong show every year. And Miss Kathy, you do a great job. This
Thank
is your
you.
what, 6th, 7th, 10th year?
About 10th.
About the 10th year. Tell us about this coming Saturday night.
Well, it's going to be another, great event. I have a lot lined up. I have so many people that I've actually had to turn people away.
Oh my goodness.
I hate to do that, but we don't want the show to be all night to last till midnight.
Maybe start going 2 days, Friday and Saturday.
Well, I've had people to try to get me to have 2, but that's really a lot of
One's
work.
enough.
But anyway, I've already started working on next year's list because I've had so many, but we've got a great show lined up, and the Honorable Mayor Larry Barton will be there, and our judges are going to be the Honorable Steve Hurst, Miss Chandler Champion, who is Miss Alabama 2013,
All right.
is going to be there, and Chip Moore from First National Bank will be there, one of the judges.
Chip
And
does a good job as MC.
Chip does, yes he does.
I remember that before then, Larry, because he was an MC before, but this year it's going to be it's Rusty Stevens.
Yes.
He was MC last year.
Yes.
How many you've got on your list? 15, 20 acts?
I've got 20.
20
Yes. And just range from, teenagers to some of the elderly.
To the old man doing a strip act.
So he says. That's to be seen.
If I can get Jeff and John up there with me, and
This is a family show. I will say this is a family show. Children, there will be children.
I'm just
there, so
teasing, folks. There ain't gonna be
He
no
is
stripping
definitely
going.
just teasing. I can promise that.
No. What I want to say this to you.
Well, go ahead, Jeff.
It won't be no stripping, nothing else like this. And the only way there is to this, it ain't no stripping or nothing. Because last year, John had a hula dance last year.
Yeah, y'all came the closest I've ever seen a stripping though on that hula dance y'all did. You was about half stripped.
Yeah, stripped. Now then, and John was just telling me, and then Jeff, we got to get you out of that hula skirt.
Who are some of the acts you've got?
I've got.
I know we get in trouble when we start calling names, but
Right, and I really hate to tell what they're doing, but I've got a group of girls that's going to be doing an optical illusion. You'll just have to see it. And I've got some guitar players. I've got
gospel
singers.
music singers, quartets from. You got some good singers from.
I don't have any gospel
this
music
time.
singers this time. I don't have anyone. And then I've got a couple of teenage girls, different ages singing, and got the Soggy Bottom Boys coming.
That's good.
And I can't think what else now without just telling
20 acts,
some
that's
of the.
good. Well, I know we get in
Yeah,
trouble when we start calling names.
Yeah.
What, if you would, Miss Kathy, look at this camera right here and tell the folks what this is all about, what you do with the money, and the cost of getting to the show, and
Well, we have a relay team, Relay for Life. It's through the American Cancer Society, and we raise money for the American Cancer Society. We've been doing this, like I said, we've had a team for about 12 or 13 years now, and our group did not just like to go and ask people for money, like you go door to door and ask people for money. So we was trying to think of something fun that we could do. And so we got together and we said, well, we'll do a gong show. We'll do an event that people will pay to come and see, and that way that's how we raise our money. And we've been doing this, like I said, this will be our 10th gong show. And last year we had over 500 people there. We had to pull out chairs, and just, so we had such a huge success last year. And so we're planning a big crowd this year. We've already been selling tickets. We started selling tickets, and we got the pre-sale tickets going. So
how can they get a ticket in advance?
they can just come to Professional Apothecary and buy a ticket there. Or they...
the tickets are $5.
Yes, they are $5
$5 a piece.
Thank you, Jeff.
and we just pre-sell at the drugstore.
That's the deal.
Speaking of professional apothecary,
is.
folks, about a month or so back, I just casually mentioned that the professional apothecary was going to have a new owner. A person that works in the drugstores, if I understand right, is going to be the owner, and I've talked with him about being on a show. And somebody misheard what I said. And they got to going in the drugstore and won't know why they was closing the drugstore down and all that. The drugstore ain't going nowhere, folks. No. I don't know how folks misunderstand. My wife misunderstands me sometimes, and I don't understand it. I'm very articulate. The drugstore is not closing down.
No.
It's there to stay. The same employees, everything's going to stay the same. I shouldn't have even mentioned that, I don't guess. But anyway, I just hear it from the horse's mouth. The drugstore ain't going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. We're just going to be, just improving things. And, we've got a younger guy now, and Blake just decided it was time for him to retire after 50, this was his 52nd year. Right. Wow. And he decided it was time to retire and stay home and just enjoy life. And so Chris Helms from Montford bought the pharmacy, and he's just making some.
Well, Chris has been there for.
Chris has been there for 15 years.
Several
maybe?
years, yeah.
I don't know for sure how long.
And the employment still going with the same employees,
Everything
basically.
is the same. That's right. Everything. No one's left. Everyone's still there.
Just wanted to clear that up, folks. The professional apothecary is here to stay. I can't let them. That's my drug dealers. That's where I get all my drugs from. I can't.
That's mine too, there, Larry.
Miss Kathy, I appreciate you and Jeff. L-A-N-G.
L-A-N-G, that's it, right
He's
there.
straightening us out. Don't spell his name L-A-N-E, it's L-A-N-G.
But before we go to pray, I want to say this to hello to my mama. And Mama, if you're watching, I really love you. Love you, sweet. I love Mama.
But if she's not watching, she didn't hear you.
She's in Montgomery.
So she can't.
They can pick it up in Montgomery like I was telling you about.
I thought you told me she was watching.
She is.
Okay.
She is.
You trying to confuse me, Jeff?
No, I'm not confusing you.
Okay.
I just want to make sure of this and be on the lookout and just to be sure that I told her mama, like this here, be sure to watch the Edges of the People.
On Channel 80.
On Channel 80.
That's right. Kathy, I can't thank you enough for being. You got anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I would just
we need to introduce these two
yes,
Move up a little closer to Kathy here so that people can. There they go. Yeah, there they are.
Yeah. This is Gabe Shropshire, my grandson. He was in the Gong Show last year, and he played his guitar and sang Wagon Wheel. And Carmen Brown, his girlfriend, she's going to be in the program this year.
All right.
She's part of the Optical Illusion.
Okay.
Good.
And also, I've been working at the industry about going on 22 years this November. AIDB.
All right.
I've been working there for a long, long time. That scene there, Larry.
What are you and John, John, going to be doing? Don't tell me. That'd be a surprise.
I ain't gonna tell you.
That'd be a surprise.
It's a secret. It's a surprise.
Folks, come out
It'll be a surprise.
this Saturday night.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
7?
That's right. The other one is 6 o'clock.
o'clock.
See, Jeff, what's your name?
John?
No, Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah. Jeff's trying to mess me up again.
March the
It's
7th at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. The 6 o'clock is the scout thing up at the racetrack. I got to move fast. But $5, I'm telling you, it's a very good investment. You will enjoy it. And if you don't like it, if you'll tell me after the show, I'll give you your $5 back. Don't start lying to me now. But if you really don't like it, you let me know, and I guarantee you'll get your money refunded. It's worth $5.
There's the first $5. That's all there is to it.
It's worth that to just come see Jeff and John.
Yeah. I ain't gonna tell you what it is.
No, we got to go before you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Thank you. Anything else you need to add on it?
I don't think so.
Thank you for coming down.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Got to go to a break, and we'll be right back.
Planning a get-together, sporting event, or special occasion, let CG's help make the event more enjoyable. CG's can advise you on a favorite champagne or special wine imported from all over the world, as well as from New York and California. Perhaps you'd rather choose a muscadine wine from Alabama. CG's also has a nice selection of the latest in stemless wine glasses or champagne and water glasses. Only at CG's can you obtain your favorite imported beer, party supplies, mixes, and a variety of nuts. By the way, don't forget a gift for your favorite hostess. Visit CG's, conveniently located in Talladega at the corner of Howard and West.
A death is a troubling time for any family. Talladega Funeral Home offers dignity, respect, professionalism, commitment, and fairness to all families in need. We listen carefully. We know that some of us find great comfort in traditions, and we work tirelessly to honor those traditions. Our professional team gets to know each and every family member to help each and every individual remember, share, and ultimately move towards healing. Contact Brittany Boozer at Talladega Funeral Home today, 256-362-0111. Talladega Funeral Home. We care because every life has a story.
Oh, man. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're covered, Harry.
Oh, man. You gotta do it like this. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, George. Hey, Jim.
Amateurs, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, Travis.
Well, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm here for you, Lonnie.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
This is a new one.
State Farm agents are there whenever you need them.
Wake up. Welcome back, folks. We, Mary, my wife, Mary and I, and our son, Delane, he came in from Gaston. We was up at Stampede Restaurant today, and it was absolutely packed. We said, we've been going for about 11:30, and it's usually pretty busy. So I said, let's just go over about 12:30 this time, and it'll be sort of thinned out. Not so. 12:30, we got out of there about 2 o'clock, and it was absolutely packed. We didn't have to wait that long to get served, but we sat around talking, and Delane came in from Gaston, so we spent a lot of time with him. But Stampede Restaurant is there, folks. They got some of the best food. They're there 7 days a week, from about 11 in the morning till somewhere around 8:30 at night. And there's no way you can't be happy with the meal they have there. About anything you could possibly want, they've got it. And we appreciate the folks there being one of our sponsors. And we encourage you to go out. We was there, I believe it was Friday, we were there for lunch, and it was packed. Every time we go, most time it's pretty well busy. Mm-hmm. And it's thanks to people like you that are going and visiting them and sharing the meal that makes it successful, and that gives them an opportunity to support our program so we can bring you what all we're bringing you. Before we go to our next guest, Sims Funeral Home has got Sonia Renee Williams. Sonia Renee Sims Williams. Her funeral will be Wednesday at 11 a.m. at the First Baptist Church in West End in Birmingham, and her burial will be at, I hope I'm right, Valhalla Cemetery, Bessemer Highway. That's Sonia Renee Sims Williams. Funeral at 11 a.m. First Baptist Church in West End. Also this afternoon, or sometime today, Otis Downer passed away, and you need to contact Sims Funeral Home for arrangements on that. At Ursula Funeral Home, Roger Hurd of Munford passed away in the last, maybe this morning, last night, whatever. Roger Hurd, they don't have any arrangements yet, but you can call Ursula Funeral Home and they can arrange, or they can give you the arrangements. We appreciate Talladega Funeral Home being one of our sponsors, and they encourage us to share all these obituaries with you. A lot of people don't get the paper. A lot of people don't get there is no paper on Monday, so we don't have any problem announcing these. Mr. Wes Pope, Wes Patterson.
Good enough.
Pope and Patterson get started with a P, don't it?
Yes, sir. Won't shake your hand.
Wes
my
Patterson.
partner right here is not going to stand up on his own tonight.
There's a lot of folks got turkeys in their family.
Well, this is Jeff Lane. He just
is that
changed
Jeff?
seats.
He just changed seats. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about that turkey in just a second, but we'll tell you that Wes, in case you don't know, Wes owns Southeastern Signs located on Battle Street. Any kind of signage you need or anything, Wes can do it. Wes, we appreciate you taking time to be with us. I know you've been involved in Boy Scouts, all your life?
Yeah, 42 years.
Your dad, Joe Ed Patterson, was involved in scouting most of his life.
That's right.
And you just sort of followed in his track.
It's like a job.
Yep.
We do it every day.
But Wes is here tonight talking about what's going on at Top Trails. Top Trails, if you don't know, is 2,800 acre park we got out at Brecon. They're doing great out there. Yes, Wes Pope is in charge of that park.
That's right.
Wes Patterson helps and does some things. Share with the people what you've got coming up, Wes.
Okay, well, the Talladega County Bow Hunters and Archery Club will have our first tournament of the year. It'll be next Saturday and Sunday, March 7th and 8th. We'll get started every morning about 8 o'clock and go till on in the afternoon. We'll have people from all over the state coming out to shoot. It's a BHA, Bow Hunters of Alabama. We're a chapter of that. And this is our 3rd year. The club's gotten bigger and better. We've got a lot of people helping now. But our first event is next week, and it should be a good one. We're hoping the rain will give us a little break. It's going to rain all week, but we're hoping by the weekend it'll be pretty. And anybody can come out and shoot. You don't have to have a bow. If you do, it doesn't matter what kind you have, you can come out and shoot, but we'll have some bows there available. They can come out and try it. If it's something you think you'd like to try, come out and try, and we'll be glad to help you, or walk around with you, or whatever we need to do. But we'll have 2 more events that over the summer. One will be April the 4th, right before Easter, the Saturday before Easter, and then May the 30th and 31st, I believe, is the last one for the summer.
Wes, for those who may be watching that's not familiar with what you're talking about, give them just a brief analysis of what's going on. Okay, well, this is not Jeff, obviously, but this is one of our targets. We got, the club has accumulated, we have almost $5,000 worth of targets, and these targets are not cheap. These are 3D, and this is a smaller one. That's why I was able to bring it with me. But these targets range from $200 to $300 to $400 a piece. But the kids are shooting in the school. They shoot the round targets, and this gives you something a little different. We have actual animals, turkeys, deer. We got some African game, black bucks, leopards, warthogs. We got all kind of different animals, and there's you shoot at different distances depending on your classification. There's 20 or 25 classifications, so you can pretty much pick the distance you want to shoot. But the distances are unknown on most of them. There are some of them that are known, but that's the challenge of the tournament, is being able to judge that I'm 28 yards or 38 yards or 50 yards. Some of the guys shoot up to 50 yards. Mm-hmm. And it's sort of like golf. You have a par, you call it a par. Every animal, and I know you can't see this, but every animal's got 3 rings on it. It's got a 12 ring. It shows up good on the screen, you know?
Okay. It's got a 12 ring in the center. Of course, that's 12 points. Then you have a 10 ring. Now the goal is to shoot, there's 20 targets in a round. The goal would be to shoot 20 10s. And you'd be at, even at 200. But there's a lot of these guys, believe it or not, from 40 and 50 yards can shoot that 12. This is about the size of a dime. Now, some of them are bigger than that, but so you score if you hit an 8. The 8 ring is the next ring outside there. If you hit an 8, you're 2 down. That's kind of makes it like golf. Mm-hmm. You're 2 up or 2 down or 10 up, but then anything else, if you hit it in the tail or whatever, it's 5. But a lot of them, you're just doing good to hit the target at 40 yards. We have a raccoon that's a real small target. So, but it's just a challenge. It's fun. It's a little different than just standing there on the line shooting at a round target at 10 yards or 20 yards. So we want to get the kids out. That's the reason Bobby Hubbard and I had talked about starting an archery club for years. And with the kids at school, they do it for a month or so, and then there's nothing else. So we decided we'd get it going, and it's done real well. And and that's something they can do all summer. And it's really good exercise.
For the animal rights activists that's watching, it's not real animals they're shooting at.
No, they look real.
I know, but we're not out there killing Bambi and Easter rabbits and all that. This is what are they made of, plastic or what?
These are foam.
Foam,
self-healing.
Okay. Now, when you shoot these, can you repair them, or are they just scrap them?
Yeah, some of the targets have replaceable centers. This target here, you can shoot it 4 different directions. It's been shot in the front. It's been shot on one side. You can see that, and it's been shot in the rear. It's got 4 sides to it, so we can get a lot of use out of it. Mm-hmm. And now the bigger targets have replaceable cores. You can change out the centers.
That's what I was wondering, if you could change out the.
This one you can't. Most of the smaller targets you can't. Mm-hmm. But on the large targets, you can change out the the core center of it and keep using the target. But a large target, you know, it's going to cost you $400. So we try to take care of them, you know.
The park, Top Trail's doing great.
Top Trail's doing great. Wes doing a great job. The board's doing a great job. They've been
The
working.
attendance is just, it's unreal.
It is, and I want to say something about Charlotte will like this. April the 9th, I think that date's right. 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. They're closing the park to all, ATVs. They're going to have an equestrian ride.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And Wes has been in Montgomery.
They do have this up and running now.
Yeah, yes. Wes has been in Montgomery for the last 3 days promoting that, and they're really looking forward to that. Anybody that wants to come out and, you know, spend the weekend, you know, it's just $10 to come out and ride all day. Or
Have they got the camping sites up yet?
They don't have the
actual
camp, but you can camp, primitive camp anywhere on the property. And a lot of folks go out on Friday night and camp. They don't come home till Sunday.
I have people tell me constantly, we was in your town last week. I was shopping, and no, we was at Top Trails, riding our four-wheelers out there. I said, man, that's the greatest thing we got going.
It is, and it's a good resource.
Family deal.
It is, and it's getting better. It's getting better. There's a lot of improvements. They got a good board that's really working with Wes real good, and seems to be gaining.
The shooting complex will be opening around June or thereabouts. That's going to bring thousands of people to town.
Yeah, from what I understand.
So we need the town and everyone around needs to start planning to let everybody know when you're in town for the shooting complex, for the riding, whatever. Spend a weekend here. Make it a destination point. You can visit Cheaw Mountain while you're here. So much to do here.
That's right. And the park it's just unlimited.
2,800 acres.
2,800 acres right here. It's really accessible. Right
What, 125 miles? How much you got? How many miles?
I think there's over 100 miles of trail that they've got
It's
right
awesome.
now. It is.
I have rode there, and it is awesome.
Wes, I can't thank you enough for taking time to come down and be with us.
Appreciate you having us on.
And one more time, tell them when this is going to be.
Next Saturday, March the 7th and 8th, 8 o'clock till 2. We'll register up till 2. It takes about 2 hours to shoot around. But come out if you think you're interested. I mean, I try to tell people you don't have to have $1,000 setup to come out and shoot. You can come out. We're going to have some bows that you can just pick up and go shoot and try it out. And then if you like it, it may be something you want to get. We have whole families come out.
Is it a charge for this to be involved?
It's $15 to shoot around to 20, you know, and
to get in the park.
That's included. We've got that's
it all worked out.
We've worked it out with
Good
the park, and and you know, of course, there's a waiver. It has to be signed when you do. But come out. I mean, $15. You can't have that much fun.
No.
You know, in 2 hours.
We got to go to break in just a moment, and then we go on to our other guest, Bobby Weaver. Before we do, look right here and tell the folks that don't have no idea where we are how to get to the park.
Okay. Top Trails Park is located on the 275 bypass in Talladega. It's between the Highway 21 cutoffs there. It's between mile marker 6 and 7. You can Google it, Top Trails, or go to toptrails.com. The directions are on there. Real easy to get to. You can't miss it.
No, you can't miss that.
Can't miss it. It's right on the bypass.
Right.
Wes, thank you, sir. Don't let the turkey get away from you.
Thank you, Larry.
Got to go to break. Be right back with our other guest, former Senator Bobby Weaver. Be right back.
Planning a get-together, sporting event, or special occasion, let CG's help make the event more enjoyable. CG's can advise you on a favorite champagne or special wine imported from all over the world, as well as from New York and California. Perhaps you'd rather choose a muscadine wine from Alabama. CG's also has a nice selection of the latest in stemless wine glasses or champagne and water glasses. Only at CG's can you obtain your favorite imported beer, party supplies, mixes, and a variety of nuts. By the way, don't forget a gift for your favorite hostess. Visit CG's, conveniently located in Talladega at the corner of Howard and West.
A death is a troubling time for any family. Talladega Funeral Home offers dignity, respect, professionalism, commitment, and fairness to all families in need. We listen carefully. We know that some of us find great comfort in traditions, and we work tirelessly to honor those traditions. Our professional team gets to know each and every family member to help each and every individual remember, share, and ultimately move towards healing. Contact Brittany Boozer at Talladega Funeral Home today, 256-362-0111. Talladega Funeral Home, we care because every life has a story.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Before we go to our next guest, I want to ask and request that everybody make sure animals have their rabies shot. Talladega County has been announced as one of the highest rabies there is in the state of Alabama. So please take care of your animals and take care of all the rest of us too when you get those rabies shots. Primarily, they're being seen a lot in raccoons. So don't touch any raccoons, dead or alive.
Yeah, I think there was a big article in the Daily
Yeah.
Home about this.
Right.
I tell you what, speaking of the Daily Home, since Anthony Cook has come as editor, you're seeing a big change in the paper. You're seeing a lot more local stuff, and it's being rearranged. And I compliment Mr. Anthony Cook, longtime friend.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate what he's doing, all the staff he's got there. And let me encourage you, if you're not a subscriber to the paper, you don't buy it, you need to. You can get all this world news and all this other stuff all over the world. You can get that on TV 24/7. But all the local stuff going on, ball teams and so forth, all the good stuff, you don't see anybody else running this stuff, only at the Daily Home. And he wants letters to the editor. If you got something other you want to advertise or you got something other you want him to cover, they can't cover an event unless you let them know it's going on. If you got something going on, you want the paper to be a part of it and be made aware of it, let them know, and they'll do their best to get there. Before we go to our special guest, former Senator Bobby Weaver, Mr. Engineer, can we show that clipping of the ISIS people trying? This right here, we sort of blocked it out a little bit. This is a baby, but looked like about 3 or 4 years old. These thugs have got a machine gun or some kind of gun stuck in his mouth. Looks like it's fixing to blow him away. Let's go to the next shot here. Here's where they've hung this guy, all standing around, crucified him. And this is your folks overseas that don't like Christians and don't like folks that don't agree with them. Here's where they lined up a bunch of folks on the ground. These are all kids right here. They're bringing them in, see them bring them in the arms under 2, 3, 4 year old, and they're fixing to slaughter them. Then we got another one here that shows all the adults. Look at there, how they got them laid out. Folks, I don't think American people really realize what's going on. And it's just a matter of time before this bunch gets here if our people don't do something other. I don't know why our president, and I've been very guarded about bad-mouthing our president. I'm not going to start in that. But it's time that the Americans step up and let us go in there and do what we need to do. I served 6 years total in the service, and I don't like to be shot at.
Well, I hope you don't wait too late.
And our military don't like to be shot at. But something has got to be done to stop this garbage. If it don't, then they're going to be anywhere in America, and you're going to start seeing Christians in America slaughtered by the wholesale.
They're already here.
Senator Bobby Weaver.
Good to see you.
You'll always be senator, just like the mayor, where you're in office or not, you're always called me.
Mayor, senator.
Whatever. You was in the House for how many years?
And I wasn't there in the House.
Oh,
I was elected to the Senate. I was the youngest member of the Senate elected. I think I was 28. And that was way back.
That's in the dark ages, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't have computers in those days, did you? Internet?
No,
you didn't have none of that stuff?
You didn't have that.
Telephone.
Horse and buggy trying to get to Montgomery.
They get you a telephone calls, how they got you.
Yeah.
They had people set up outside the chamber, and they would come get you if it was emergency or whatever. And that was all we had.
Been knowing Bobby for years. Well, since he's been in town, I guess. He's married to Jeanette from Piedmont.
Yeah, she's really from Piedmont. She went to Sanford and...
Long-time school teacher here, retired.
Yeah, retired at Talladega High School. Taught at Childersburg a couple of years. And then went back to Talladega and retired there several years ago. I don't want to say how many, because I...
No, we don't tell her age.
I don't want to...
Get in trouble.
Yeah.
Let's talk, you got two girls?
I've got my oldest is a boy, and then I've got 2 girls.
Okay.
He's Wade. He's an engineer at the Arsenal in Huntsville, He's a mechanical engineer. And Laura is in Brentwood, Tennessee, which is a suburb of Nashville. And she teaches school. Her husband is in a law firm in Nashville. He's a partner in it. And then Beth is a director of a hospice. I think it's Alabama Hospice. And she does quite well. She's a nurse, of course. And
any grandchildren?
Yeah, I got 4. I got 3 in Brentwood, Nashville, and I've got 1 here. And
can you remember all of them's names?
Yeah.
I can't remember my name sometimes.
Reed.
Okay.
Anna Lee, Harrison, and Laura Addison.
Didn't want you to leave nobody out.
She's a bow and arrow.
Is she an enthusiast?
She's on the
archery
team at Mumford.
Okay.
And I think she made the state team the other day. Going to the state, I don't know. I think that's right. She doesn't tell me much.
Let's talk about Bobby Weaver. You went to Childersburg School.
Graduated from Childersburg High School, and
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. In fact, it was 1957.
57. You played football.
Yeah, we had a state championship team my senior year in '56, and went undefeated. I had some good guys that I still had a chili luncheon with a bunch of them the other day at Childersburg, and Bill Collenbach and Bobby Overton, who coached at Comer for years, and we just had a bunch of good people that loved to play.
You lettered in baseball at University of Miami?
Yeah, football and baseball.
And one of 5 to earn a letter.
At the last count I had, I was one of 5 to letter in 2 major sports. I played first team third base and quarterback in football.
Elected to 2 Hall of Fames, one the college and one the state Hall of Fame.
That's right.
For football and baseball.
That's right. I've been very fortunate.
Didn't get broke up all of this during all
Yeah, I
this.
did too.
Did you?
Yeah.
I mean, big boys run all over you.
They operate on me about every 6 weeks. Buster Braswell was listening. He always gets on to me about talking about, there we go again, talking about this operation. But
Bobby's had operations on operations.
If they put everything back in, I'd weigh 305 pounds. I just got out about a month ago.
But can you imagine now, as you're not small, but as small as you are, playing with these 300 and 400 and 500 pound guys out there?
Well,
I don't know how these guys survive.
We played with some pretty big fellas. I had a guy that hit me at Pittsburgh that was all pro his rookie year, Mike Ditka, and concussion, and the doctor says I still have trouble from it. I just went to see one. My doctor sent me to see one in Birmingham, and it's not a shaking seizure, but I've had seizures of the frontal lobe.
Because of all
for
this
50-something years after getting hit.
Talking about Mr. Buster Braswell, I was at Custom Pizza last night coming in from Birmingham. I called Mayor and I said, what do you want to eat? He said, go by and get a pizza at Custom Pizza, thin crust.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped in, I saw James Braswell. And of course, James served on a council in one of my terms when I was mayor. And he's on the school board now. And then I got a chance to speak with him. The place was packed. I mean, they were just lined up in there.
That's a good pizza.
Oh, it's one of the best.
I had one.
And I asked him how
day.
Mr. Buster was doing. He said, doing fine.
I went out and picked one up the other day at James's place, Custom Pizza.
Yeah, good.
It's a good pizza.
Fast, too.
Yes.
I called sometime ahead of time. She said, what do you need? I said, I need a cheap pizza. I need a good pizza cheap. And she said, this must be Larry Barton. Let's talk a little bit about when you was in the Senate, Bobby. So you went to the Senate when? When did you get elected?
I think it was 68.
You served, what, 2 terms?
Uh-huh. I was elected 2 terms. That's correct.
During this time, and a lot of folks don't know this, a lot of folks are getting credit in Talladega for things that has been done through the years that didn't really have a whole lot to do with it, or very little. And I've asked Bobby to come on here and let's talk about what he has done to help the city and the county through the years, and share with you and straighten the record out of some of the money that has come to Talladega. Had it not been for Bobby Weaver, former senator, we might not have got this money. Bobby, I know, let's talk about the rehabilitation next to the hospital.
All right.
They just building a new one.
Building a new one. That one's
a little over what, 40 or 30 years old, whatever?
about 50. About 45.
You helped get funds to?
Yes, George Wallace had a medical school bill for Mobile, and I amended it, and he let me do it, and we got $350,000, and it was originally going to go for the Lions Club to help with testing the blind, and some reason they sort of wanted to raise their own money, which I don't blame them. And Mr. McFadden, you know, it was over the industries, came to me and asked me about what we could do to get a rehabilitation building with the money, and it was $350,000, and so I went to them in Montgomery, and they drew up a little bill and transferred it to build a rehabilitation building.
Senator Weaver, Bobby Weaver, is used to filibustering, so I'm going to have to gouge him on here to be brief so we can cover some things I want to get covered.
Okay. I'll
Don't just say yes or no.
I can keep up with you, I believe.
Yeah, you can. Let's talk about the Highway Department on 21.
Okay. The Highway Department was on 21 was going to go somewhere else, and I thought Wallace was good to me. Of course, we had our differences to start off with, and we worked them out. And after that, I'll tell you that story in a minute. But anyway, went to him, and they were going to build a highway department in this general area of counties. And Pruitt, not Jim Pruitt, but Pruitt was a highway director, Mr. Pruitt was. And he brought him over there and told him, said, we're going to put that in Talladega. And so they picked that lot out on 21 and
Sylacauga Highway.
Right, Sylacauga Highway, and put the highway department in. It's been an asset. It's got a lot of working people, as long as the elected people don't use it for their own purpose. And you catch them doing that every once in a while. But it's been an asset, I think, to Talladega.
You were instrumental in getting the commitment on Highway 77 from Talladega to Interstate 20.
That's right.
A lot of people don't know this.
The Governor Wallace he's trying to raise money for roads and truck tags like Floyd and Beasley and Deaton and people like that. And Taylor Hardin, who was his finance director, wanted to come up to the Rules Committee and talk to us about placing the bill on. And I said, we're not going to let him talk. And that's a real powerful committee in Montgomery. And so Wallace sent for me, Governor Wallace, I won't call him Wallace, sent for me and asked me what my problem was. And I said, if I'm going to get up there and vote for something, I want something out of it, for Talladega County. So that's how it came about. And I tried to get in touch with Mayor Woods at that time and hurry him to Montgomery. I said, can we put the picture off and announcement till tomorrow? And he said, I wouldn't do it if I was you. Things change down there pretty quick. And he sent for Ira Pruitt, the highway director, and the photographer, and took a picture. It's probably find it at Daily Home. And he announced that he was going 4-lane 77. And we started at the other end, mainly because of the bridge. You'd be surprised what that bridge over Chocolaca cost, and to get it out of the way, and then it was finished later on. But the first 7 miles was put in then, and that's 77 to the interstates.
That's been good.
It's good.
If we can ever get the 77 all the way to Gaston and 21 all the way to Montgomery, you're going to open up this area unreal.
That's right. But you try to get highways, and if you're going to go down there, you've got to try to.
You got to go along to get along.
You got to go along. Plus, or you got to, be sort of ornery sometime, and know that they know you mean business.
You hold the right card.
Yeah,
you can be
that's
ornery.
Right. I was fortunate enough, Mayor, to have 2 good House members. Now, I'm not saying the ones there now are fine.
Was that John Tigg and Shoemaker?
No, that was
Phil Smith.
Phil Smith and Murray McCluskey.
Okay, yes.
Murray was Sylacauga, and
right.
he just was the nicest man you could ever meet. and everybody liked him, and he had projects like, I think I helped him on a school project here that he was having trouble with, and we got it finance and taxation. And Bob Wilson from Jasper he's deceased now, was the chairman of finance taxation. We were real close, and he let me do some things. And Jimmy Clark, who was chairman of the rules, and I were real close. And we just got some things taken care of.
We got three things on here I really want you to expound on, but before we do, you were able to, you served on a bypass committee.
Yeah, we announced that. In fact, I announced it at the Kiwanis Club. There was going to be a bypass, and all those wrecks they're having, I don't know if it was a good thing. But I don't understand why they're having so many.
A lot of people are not aware about our Central College here in Talladega. A lot of folks are taking credit for getting that building built, but Senator Weaver was very much involved in that Central Alabama community. Just briefly, look in this camera right here and tell them about that.
Mayor, I was working for Central Alabama, and I was at a workforce meeting, and that's people in the general area from Gadsden, Anniston, all around. And at that time, somebody brought up the situation where Gadsden State had bought heirs in Oxford. And I just started thinking about it, and I said, why can't we do something in Talladega? So I went to Dr. Cannell and talked to him about it, and he said, well, do some work on it. And that was seeing how many students were in a certain area, and the first thing we looked at was old Kmart building.
Right.
And then the county, and I'll say Jim Pruitt some way had some kind of deal with the county, and we wound up with that piece of property, and it was an ugly piece of property.
I agree.
And so the school beautified that, really. We got that, and I took everything back to Dr. Cannell, and I said, this is the situation, and laid it all out, and he said, see if you can get the money. So I talked to our senator, which at that time was Pruitt. I didn't know the governor that well. I knew him, but Siegelman was governor, and I said, we need the money to build this, and the money was made available. So we built it, and also for the career deal.
About two, boy, time goes when you're having fun.
I know it.
Without expanding on this, you were able to obtain money for Water and Sewer Board Childersburg.
Yes.
You obtained sufficient money through the years for AIDB when it was hard to come by.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Elliott was the president at that time. You helped pass a judicial article that has helped the Alabama court system.
Oh, yes.
A hotly debated item. And also you was the original sponsor in the Senate for the Alabama title law, which was passed.
Yes.
You've a lot of things have happened under your leadership, Senator, through the years. And I just want you to know I appreciate what you did. I knew about a lot of these things. I didn't know about all this, but you and I have been friends a long time, and we're just proud of what all you was able to accomplish. And I appreciate you taking time tonight to be on our program.
Well,
have you got any future plans for politics?
No,
I know we talk about politics from time to time.
I'm not planning on running for anything.
For anything?
No.
Well, I've said that 2 or 3 times, but
I know.
I keep changing my mind.
You haven't been on that operating table for heart bypasses.
No, you're right. And I hope I don't.
Yeah, I had a heart attack about 5 years ago.
Right. We got about 30 seconds, 35 seconds.
But I was looking for something here. I was going to like to.
I know Georgia Pacific is shut down, but Bobby was very instrumental in helping bring Georgia Pacific to our area. And hopefully we'll get it back in here.
It was going to go down to a county below us, and it's not Clay County. So anybody from Clay County, it wasn't there. It was down below there, where that county is about 75% woods, timber. And
Bobby, we got about 10 or 15 seconds.
And I got Wallace involved in it, and we wound up with getting it up here.
Don't forget Tuesday night, folks. Jesse Jackson, Reverend Jesse Jackson, will be at Talladega College at 7 o'clock, open to the public. He's going to be talking about voter registration. Senator, thank you for being with us.
Well, it's good to be here.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. See you next week.